then whenever you're ready, we'll get started in a heart opener using a block. We'll place it on the lowest height behind us, and then just sliding it underneath the tips of the shoulder blades, and then resting the back of the head down. You can bring the arms into a big cactus shape, or you can rest them in a V if that feels more comfortable. The knees can stay bent, or you can start to lengthen the legs into Shavasana. You can soften the eyes closed if you haven't already. And then for a few moments, if you need to make any little adjustments here so that you're fully comfortable, then eventually guiding the body into stillness. And bringing your attention towards the areas of the body that are lifted by the block. And start to focus your breath into those areas. And starting to fill your chest with breath, the belly. Right away, we'll just start to tap into Ujjayi breath, breathing in and out of the nose evenly. Using your breath to pull your awareness inside of your body into this moment. Spending about 8 more breaths here. If you'd like to call in any intentions for your practice ahead of you, you can do so with this space. Letting go of intentions or expectations with a breath in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. If your legs are extended, you can start to bend the knees. And gradually we'll start to make our way off of the block, rolling onto one side to rest in fetal. You can pause there. And then once you do make it into fetal, just noticing what feels the freedom in your back. And bringing your focus onto the space where the block once was. Noticing if anything has shifted or changed. Then go ahead and scoot the block so it's out of your way so you can make your way back onto your back. Hugging the knees in towards the chest, you can wrap your arms around your shins and then rock right and left. Place your palms on your kneecaps, and we'll do hip circles, drawing the knees wide and then scooping the legs back around to touch a few times. And drawing the circles in the other direction. Bringing the thighs back to touch, grounding the feet and drawing the arms alongside your torso, pressing into the palms. As you reach down into the palms of the feet, start to elevate your hips into bridge. And drawing a breath in, breathe into your belly. And then as you exhale, articulate down, lowering one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, lift the hips and float the arms up overhead. The back of the palms may meet the ground. And then as you exhale, lower the arms and lower the hips. So linking your breath with the lift and lower of the arms and the hips. Moving through moving bridge a few more times. And then next time, if you lower arm down, you can stay there. We'll cross the right thigh on top of the left, and then we'll wrap the left arm underneath the right, finding eagle arms and eagle legs. So if you want to do a full wrap, you can. And then we'll start by curling up. Draw your chin towards your chest. Elbows meet your upper thighs. This is going to be our exhale, and then as we inhale, we'll start to draw our fingertips and heels away from one another. And exhale, curl up. Slow, gradual movements. Inhale, reach away. And exhale, curl. 3 more times here. Inhaling and exhaling. Last one. Good. Start to lower back down. Unravel your arms and your legs. And then we'll switch it out. Cross the left thigh on top this time. And then wrap the right arm underneath. You can always hook your toes if you'd like. And then start by curling up, chin to chest. And then slow, gradual movement as you reach away. Inhale, and then exhale, curl. A few more times here. Think of control rather than speed. And the last 2. And last 1. Lowering down, uncross your arms, uncross your legs. You can either hug into a ball or take happy baby pose, grabbing for ankles, rock it times right and left. Then bringing your thighs together. We'll lengthen the legs into an L shape. Lengthen your arms alongside you. And then just start to flex and point through your feet a few times here, pulling the toes back towards your nose, and then reaching the toes away. And then next time you point, stay pointed, and then start to draw a mini little circle on the ceiling. Reverse your circle. Slow your circles down, bend the knees and grab for the backs of your thighs. Cross your right ankle on top of the left. Start to rock and roll the length of your spine a few times. Next time you roll up, rolling into a seat, and then we'll roll over our knees, finding our way into table pose. And place your blocks towards the top of your mat. And from table pose, we'll just draw some mini little circles, drawing the shoulders around the wrists and the fingertips. And you can draw your circles the other way. And slow your circles down, neutralize your body, and then we'll sink the belly down for cow pose, drawing the chin away from the chest, inhaling, and then exhaling to round. A few more times here, linking your breath with the motion of your body, inhaling to arch and exhaling to round. Inviting your spine back into a neutral position. Ground through your left palm, reach the right arm up for thread the needle. Inhaling with the arm extended and then exhaling to thread the arm underneath the left. You can either extend the front palm forward, or if you'd like to find a half bind, you can rotate your arm behind your back to find your right hip crease. You can focus your breath into your belly here. And then start to replant your left palm next to your face. Press the ground away as you lift the right arm back up. One more time, inhale. And exhale, lower the palm down. Switch it out, left arm reaches up, inhale. Exhale, thread the arm through. Moving into your variation of choice. You can start to make your way out, reground your palm, press the ground away to lift up. Breathe in and breathe out to lower on down. Moving into puppy pose, start to walk your hands forward, lowering the chest down. The hips will stay over the knees the whole time. Same here with the arms extended, or you can elbows down and find prayer. Good. Re-lengthen your arms and you bend your elbows, and then we'll slowly slide back into table pose. And then from table pose, tucking the toes for downward facing dog. And taking these first few moments here for yourself, any minor adjustments, maybe walking the feet out or swaying the head right and left. Take your time to settle in. And once you've made those little micro adjustments for yourself, we'll find stillness for 5 rounds of breath, rooting down into the knuckles, fingertips, feet hip distance apart, rolling the inner thighs back. Nice. Start to walk your feet the width of your mat. Walk your palms one palm print towards you so you find a shorter downward dog stance. Taking a twist, the right arm will grab for the outer left leg, and then peeking underneath your left armpit, rotating from the upper spine. I'm trying to keep the pelvis neutralized here. And slowly, without collapsing, we'll reground the right palm and switch sides. Left arm comes across. You can either grab by the thigh or down towards the ankle, whatever feels more comfortable. And then pressing your palm into the outer leg to help you move into the twist. Releasing the arm, and then walking your hands one palm print forward so you're in a normal dog stance, and feet will come hips distance apart. We'll lift the heels and then take a walk to the front of the mat. Once you arrive, you can take ragdoll, softening the knees and grab a hold of opposite elbows, or just let the arms hang. Maybe find a sway right and left, either in the upper body or in the head. And allowing the arms to release down. We'll take chair pose, bending the knees, chest rests on the thighs, and drawing the arms up, or in cactus, or in front of you, whatever feels most comfortable. And gazing about 3 feet in front of you. And imagine having a block in between your thighs here, firing up the legs. 3 more breaths here, breathing in and out of the nose. Good. As you take your next inhale, start to rise up standing. And exhale, lower your arms alongside you. Good. 2 rounds of Ardha A. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, refold. Stepping back into high plank. Either lower knees, chest, chin, or if you feel ready, lowering through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Pausing here for 2 cycles of breath. And then follow your next exhale back into downward facing dog. Lift heels. You can either step or take a hop to the front of your mat to arrive in your fold. And inhale, rise back up to stand. And completing the circle, draw your prayer hands down to your heart. Exhale. One more time, building some heat. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And stepping back with the opposite foot into high plank. Lowering through your variation of low plank. Inhale into the back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. And on empty, arriving at the top of your, however you'd like to get there. And inhaling, rising up to stand. And exhaling, the palms together to your heart. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. And taking a big step back with your right foot. Ground through your right palm, left arm reaches up for a twist. Lowering the left arm down, extend the left leg back into 3-legged dog. Bend your knee, step open your hip, and then drop big circles with your left knee. And you can draw circles the other way. Start to make your way back into 3-legged dog, and then lower the left foot to meet the right. Inhale, lengthen your right leg into 3-legged dog. Exhale, hug your right thigh in towards your chest, shift forward so your shoulders are stacked right above your wrist creases, and then draw the thigh in towards the belly. Inhale, drive your heel back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, hug it in, slow and controlled. One more time, send it back. Exhale, step it on through and set up for warrior 1. So finding a wide enough stance so your feet are hips distance apart, rooting down to your feet and then lifting the arms up. We'll take eagle arms, interlacing the left arm underneath the right, drawing the forearms forward. Continue to press left heel as you bow forward into a variation of humble warrior. With control, start to draw your spine back into a neutral position, either staying upright or taking a back bend by reaching your fingertips up and back, drawing the gaze up towards the ceiling. And then continue to think of your forearms moving away from your face. Coming out of the back bend, gazing forward, unravel your arms, reach the arms up, inhale. Exhale, plant your palms in front of your right foot, step it back into plank. Lower through chaturanga if you would like. Inhale into upward facing dog, and breathe out, downward facing dog. Draw a full breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. And draw your way to the top of the mat, however way you'd like to get there. And we'll take a big step back with the left foot, moving into the revolved lunge twist. Reach the right arm up. Right arm lowers down onto the ground. Step it back into three-legged dog with the right leg lifted, and then stack the right hip on top of the left. You can bend the knee. Stay here or draw some circles. Draw your circles the other way. Come back to three-legged dog to lower the foot to meet the left. And switching sides, lengthen the left leg, inhale. Exhale, coming forward, high plank. Hug the thigh towards the belly. Press the ground away. Inhale, stretch it back, drive through your heel. Exhale, hug it in. One more time, inhale, send it back. Exhale, set up for warrior one. Spin your left heel in, turn the toes out, and then reach your arms up. Once you feel stable in your lower body, adding the arms, right arm crosses underneath this time, sending the forearms forward slightly, and then drawing the upper body forward, keeping the bend in your front knee, and then avoid dumping your weight fully into your upper thigh. Still maintaining activation in your back leg, pressing into the heel. Follow your inhale as you start to bring your upper body back upright. Staying here, moving into the back bend, fingertips reach up and back. Coming out and unwind the arms, reach the arms up, breathe in. Breathe out, plant your palms onto the ground. Coming back into plank, and then shift forward, lower through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lengthen your right leg into three-legged dog, inhale. Exhale, step it on through. And then we'll grab our blocks. You can place them frame your front foot, any height you would like. And we'll start to pull the hips back, lengthening. You can keep the big toe on the ground, or you can lift so the foot is off of the ground, flex. And inhale, come forward into your lunge, lengthen the spine. Then exhale, pull your hips back as you lengthen your right leg. And continue to move through these two postures, inhaling and exhaling. Next time you bend your right knee, go ahead and stay there and then hop your left foot in for pyramid stance, about 1 foot up your mat. Shifting the hands to the hips and then come to stand. Good. Few arm variations here. You can either grab a hold of opposite elbows, you could hook your thumbs, or you can find reverse prayer grip. Whatever variation you find, you're gonna find halfway lift. So start to hinge from your hips as you lengthen your torso forward. An equal weight distribution in both of the legs. You can feel your left hip coming forward slightly as your right hip pulls back slightly. You're welcome to stay here, or we'll take a full forward, releasing the arms down and allowing the upper body to drape over the front leg. In halfway lengthen. And exhale, step the left foot to meet the right, forward fold. Inhale, rise up to stand, free the arms. And exhale, thumbs to your sternum. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, forward fold. And then any way back into downward dog you would like. And from your downward facing dog, lift your left leg. And exhale, step the foot on through. Use blocks if you would like here. And then we'll start to lengthen the left leg. Pull the toes back if you would like. And then inhale, come forward. And exhale, pull the hips back. Shifting the weight forward and back. Then once you come into your lunge, staying there, drawing the weight forward so you can step the right foot in, toes pointing towards the right, hands to the hips, slowly rise to stand. Then finding the same variation with your hands on the other side, preparing with an inhale, and then exhaling, coming forward, keeping the spine in halfway lift. You can stay here or free the arms, place them on your blocks or alongside your front foot. You can draw the chin in towards the chest. And start to gaze forward, bend your front knee so that you can come forward into forward fold. And then we'll separate the feet mat distance apart for Malasana, bending the knees a lot and bringing the palms together. Wide opening across the chest from collarbone to collarbone. And energetically thinking of the crown lifting and lengthening upward. Lowering the arms down, lengthen the legs into forward fold. And we'll take our two-piece fingers, hook them around your big toes. Draw the elbows out towards the sides as you fold. And inhale, lengthen your spine. Keep the hands hooked on the big toe. Exhale, refold, bend the elbows. One more time here. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, refold. Release your hands from your big toes. Step it back into plank. And then shift forward, lower through chaturanga. Inhale into upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lengthen your right leg back, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it through, set up for warrior two. Spin your left heel down, left arm behind you, right arm reaches forward. Slide your left hand down your back leg, reverse your warrior. And coming back into warrior two, setting up for side angle. You can rest your right forearm on your upper thigh, left arm alongside your ear. You can dip your hand forward in towards your inner shin. Follow your inhale as you reach your torso back into warrior two. Left hand onto your hip for half moon pose. Right fingertips towards the right corner of your mat or a block. Float the left leg off of the ground. You want the heel in a parallel line with your hip. If you feel comfortable, left arm will reach up. Staying here, or if you would like to take Shavasana, bending your left heel towards the back of the thigh and then reaching around to grab. Release your foot if you've got a hold of it. Slow landing back into warrior two. Bend your right knee. And then slowly lift your torso back up. Moving into reverse triangle. Lengthen your front leg and then reach up and back. Put a bend into your right knee. Hands cartwheel down to frame your foot. Stepping back into plank. If you'd like to continue building the heat, cycling through chaturanga to up dog. And back downward facing dog. And draw your breath in through your nose, inhaling. Exhale, let it go. Lengthening the left leg as you breathe in. Breathe out to step it through. Finding your warrior two stance. Stabilize through the lower body and then float the upper body up when you feel ready. Flip your left palm to face up and then slide your hand up as you slide your right hand down your back thigh. Breathing into your left lung. Drawing the hands and upper body back into a neutral position. Reaching forward for side angle. Drawing the arms back into a T, sitting up for half moon Ardha Chandrasana. Right hand, right hip. Scoot your back leg in and so that you can place your left fingertips towards the left corner of your mat. Hips are stacked. Staying here at any point, if you'd like to bend the heel, reach for the inner arch, feel free. Releasing the foot if you've got a hold of it. Slowly start to bend your left knee, controlled back into warrior two. And then reverse triangle, flip your palm to face up. Put a bend in your left knee, cartwheel the hands down. Below through chaturanga if you would like, in downward facing dog. And then we'll come to the top of the mat. You can keep your feet hips distance apart once you arrive, and we'll sink it back into chair pose. And taking eagle arms, the left arm will cross and the right. Grounding down into the left foot, hook the right thigh on top, and then maybe hook the toes around the calf. You can stay here or you can nest your eagle by drawing your elbows in towards your belly. If you drew your elbows in, start to open your chest. Keep your arms where they're at. Unwrap your legs and draw your right knee in. Moving into warrior three with wrapped arms, extend your right leg back behind. And then we'll unravel the arms into standing splits. Land your arms either on the ground or on blocks. Thinking of rolling the right pinky toe down towards the ground to encourage your hips to square. And lowering the right foot into forward fold. And taking ragdoll for a moment here, take it out a little bit. And releasing the arms down. When you're ready, you'll come up to stand. Arms reaching up and then sinking your weight back into chair. And the right arm will cross underneath this time. Draw your weight into your right foot. Cross the left thigh on top. Staying here, maybe focusing on drawing your forearms away, or you can draw your elbows in towards your belly. If you drew the elbows in, start to re-elongate. Uncrossing the thighs, draw the left knee up. As you extend your leg back, reach the chest forward. Unravel your arms, plant your hands on the ground. And then we'll lower the left foot alongside the right. Bring your heels together, turn your toes out so you make the letter V with your feet, and then bend your knees a lot, kind of like if you were coming into Malasana. And from here, you can either stay upright or you can start to walk your hands forward, lowering the chest down. And start to walk your hands over towards the right corner of your mat. Side body stretch. Walk your hands through center over to the left. And back through center and walk the hands back towards you. We'll lower down to a seat and bring the soles of the feet together into butterfly. So you can either have kind of a traditional butterfly here, or if you'd like to find more of a diamond shape, you can draw your ankles away from you. And sitting up nice and tall for a moment, you can grab a hold of your ankles. Staying here, you can start to fold, walking the arms forward, chin droops down towards the chest. And gradually start to walk your hands back towards you to come out of it. Good. And then we'll lengthen both legs here. Coming into double pigeon, cross your right knee on top of the left. Option to stay here and forward fold, a little bit more hamstring focused. You can wrap the left knee underneath so that both knees are stacked here. If you feel like you need more, drawing the ankles a little further in front of you, you can either place the fingertips down here, that will help you find a nice upright spine, or if you're craving a little bit more, walk the hands forward. We will be here for about 8 to 10 breaths, so know at any point you can come into the forward fold if it feels too much right away. Nice and slow, working your way out of it if you took a fold. Coming back to that upright position. And then from there, we'll place the hands behind us so that we can lean the weight back. Uncross the legs. And do some windshield wipers to just bring a little bit of movement into the hips before switching sides. Drawing the knees to a neutral position. You can lengthen both legs. Left thigh will cross on top here so that the knees are stacked. Staying here, or you can rotate your right you. Making any adjustments here, staying upright, or taking a fold, walk the hand forward. And walk your hands back towards you, coming out of the fold, leaning the weight of the body back as you ground down through your hands, and windshield wipers right and left. And draw the knees to a centered position. Then we'll rotate so our fingertips are facing away from us, or behind us rather. And we'll start to walk the hands back here, kind of any degree when you feel it in your shoulders, and focusing on keeping the chest open and slightly pressing the chest upward. If your hands are really far away, slide them about one palm print in towards you, and then reversing, reach the fingertips so they're facing towards your ankles, and then kind of like a reverse push-up here. Put a bend into your elbows and think of the arms slightly hugging in like chaturanga. You start to press your chest up, lengthen your arms, walk your hands back towards you, grabbing a hold of the backs of your thighs so that you can lower your spine down. Okay, draw the arms out into a big T shape or a cactus shape. Cross your right thigh on top of the left. Scoot your hips over to the right just a few inches, and then the knees will move over to the left. You can gaze either up at the ceiling or past your right arm if that's comfortable in your neck. Neutralize the head if it's to one side. Draw the knees up to a neutral position. Uncross the legs. And then recenter your spine. We'll cross the left thigh on top, hips over to the left a few inches, knees right. Bring the head to a neutral position and knees will begin to follow. And uncross the legs. And once you recenter your spine, you can lengthen your arms alongside you and we'll set up for bridge pose. So pressing into the palms, pressing into the feet to lift the hips up. You can stay here with the hands or you can interlace them, placing the knife edge of the knuckles, the knife edge of the hands down, and then slightly roll one shoulder underneath you and then the other to lift up through the chest. And a few breaths into your belly. Release the clasping of your hands, unroll your shoulders, And slowly roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. You can separate your feet hips distance or mat distance apart and knock your knees to touch. Pausing here. And hugging your knees in towards your chest, rocking it out a few times. If you'd like to take happy baby, you can. And bring your thighs back together, setting up for Shavasana, extending the legs. You can place your hands on your body or rest them alongside you. Softening the eyes closed, releasing controlled breath. And start to reawaken your body with your breath. Rolling the head right and left. Bringing the head to a neutral position, drawing your knees in. Rolling off into fetal, pausing there. When you feel ready, pressing into the ground, coming into a seat. Once you find an upright seat, gathering your palms together, feeling the connection of your right palm pressed against your left. And just noticing any subtle changes that may have occurred throughout your practice, any differences in energy levels, how your physical body feels. Humbly bowing inward, drawing your head down to the space of your heart. Taking a moment here to send yourself some compassion for showing up for your practice and doing something loving for yourself. I thank you for allowing me to be your guide. Namaste.